Dear colleagues, last weekend I was invited to talk in Brussels at the Belgian Society for Aesthetic Medicine, organized by Dr. Hebron. It was a very interesting congress because a lot of it was dedicated to regenerative medicine, which is the new trend in medicine, how we can regenerate ourselves. But for that, we must understand how the body functions. And that was not clear at all. I talked about the role of electric currents in our body, the brain who produces electricity, the heart and the intestines, and how it runs through electrical cables, which are the nerves. The vasculature is electric, and the lymphatics to reach the peripheral organs, and in the face it's essentially the muscles to lift our face, to give it volume, and to relax after each contraction. But a little bit after me came Professor Grimaud, which is an authority on the fascia. And for those who don't know what the fascia is, it's a network that goes from the head till the toes, a network of collagen fibers produced by myofibroblasts. And this network that goes from top to bottom also goes from the surface, just beneath the skin, goes all the way down to the bone, envelopes nearly everything. All the muscles, all the fibers in the muscles. It goes to all the nerves, all the vasculature, and even envelopes the cells and the organelles in the cells. And it is electrical. Electrical because it can conduct electricity, it can generate electricity, it connects our whole body, which is electric. Every cell is an electric element, which has a negative voltage inside and a positive outside. And all this is connected, and it is responsible for our well-being, not only from all the organs, but also the well-being of the skin. It repairs the skin, it gives the whole tensile strength of the skin. So if we don't deal with this fascia in an electrical way, we don't deal with the skin at all, no matter what we do. Whether it's cosmetics, or we inject it with hyaluronic acid, or we go and we inject it with regenerative products like PRP, like stem cells, like exosomes, like peptides, they don't really affect the fascia, which is electric. So we must think further than that and act electrically on the body, because the body is electric. It is electric for all the organs that we have in our body, and it is electric for the fascia that goes from top to bottom. If we do not consider the fascia in our treatments, we do not consider anything at all. My whole research on electromolecular medicine and electromodulation to activate the body originated from the fact that we understood with our therapies that we have now, which are the fillers with hyaluronic acid, volumizers, the lasers, the liftings, the threads, the radio frequency, the plasma devices which heat up the skin. Whether we are going endo, under the skin, or on top of the skin, the heating element is destroying this fascia. Our injectables with hyaluronic acid and other stuff are creating inflammation. When we do some needling, or we inject boosters in the skin, or other substances like exosomes and others, we really do not affect this fascia. We don't affect the electricity of the skin. That is why we don't get these natural results. Now, all this is quite acceptable till the age of 50. But once we reach 60 and plus, and all these structures underneath are fading away, we can't deal with it anymore, and we get an unnatural face. Now, we don't have to get to a situation where we can't deal anymore with the damage, the atrophy, the regression that we feel inside the body. We can deal with it even in an earlier stage. When you're 30, 40, 50, if we act then with sessions of electromodulation, which are pleasant, which are nice, people feel good, and they look great immediately afterwards. But at the same time, they build up their capital of youth inside the body. They repair the fascias, they repair the nerves, they repair the vasculature, they repair the lymphatics. The muscles get volume, the muscles get tone, they can relax after each contraction, and the skin looks bright and well, because the connections of all these cells is an electrical connection. It's not a cream on top of our skin, because young people, young girls and boys who are 10, 15 years old, they don't use anything, and their skin is bright and nice and well because their electrical circuit is functioning well. So we must think about that, because this is a real regenerative process. If we want to talk about regenerative medicine, this is real regeneration from the inside. Getting all our electrical connections where they are and the way they should be. And we look absolutely fantastic when we do that regularly. In the beginning, if we have a lot of aging that has been accumulated over the years, we need to do 4 sessions to start, to initialize the process. But once the electricity is starting to run in our fibers, in our collagen fibers, in this fascia, in the nerves, in the vessels, and in the lymphatics, we only need to maintain the aging that accumulates with time. And if we do a session a month or a session every 2-3 months for the face, we keep all these structures perfectly intact till a very old age. For smaller organelles, like hairs, less sessions are necessary. If we go to other problems, like the vagal nerve, like contractions of the spine, like urinary leakage or prostate blockage, we need less sessions to get a great result, and even lesser sessions to maintain it well. So I urge my colleagues to go into the literature, dive deeply into the literature of the fascia, the nerves, the vessels, the heart, and you will see how electricity is running all our body, while we have virtually nothing that repairs the electrical mechanisms of our physiology. So with this said, we're entering in a new era of regenerative medicine, where electromodulation will be one of the major parts in our therapeutic arsenal.